of random guy painting on the 999 ASMR Tarot, and we are going to do Christmas card design like this, something like this. This is my last year's design, one of them, but we're going to start fresh. I have this nice box of Strathmore mixed media cards that I picked up for $54 about a year ago. And they are card blanks, and they include an envelope. So without much further ado, I'm going to get opening this thing up, and we're going to do a few. Hopefully we can get 3 done, but I don't know. Sometimes this process goes much slower than I think it does. So it contains an envelope like this, envelope and a blank. And so I'm going to paint fully on one side. I think I'm going to try this way. I'm going to paint this way. And mixed media, this is good for watercolor or for pen work or for just about, for painting, just about whatever you wish to do. And it's a good quality of card. I do like, though, I like the 120-pound watercolor paper better, but this works too. So I'm painting here from primaries, and I also am going to try this wash that I made. But I'm going to, I used a wash, like a light blue wash on some of my larger paintings that I did painting outdoors. But we're going to put in here just a few packages. I'm just going to use this pencil here. It's Christmas, Christmas coming up. And just a few packages under the tree. A little bit of perspective here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe another one like a cylinder or something. Kind of pencil that in. Get a sense of what it looks like. Maybe the floor has a little bit of texturing in here like this. Okay. Then I'm going to put the tree up here. But I might kind of start up here from the star. A simple like a Star of David is actually the easiest kind of star to make. And now I'm going to start by adding that wash on top of it. Maybe not this one, maybe for the next one. So we're going to, we need to make some green, some of the base color. We probably want to start with just a little bit of some brown or something. We're going to make a brown, and we use a little brush in here. Maybe I'll use this brush here to make brown with a little magenta and some primary yellow. Mix that in there, and it will take just a tad bit of black. That's probably way too much, but that's okay. We're painting small. It's not a real giant size painting. I'm going to put in a little bit of white to tone it down. So this part of it is just to make the central core of the tree. It is a brown. As you can see, it's pretty brown. I didn't even need to add any blue to it. But I can add just a little bit more of this primary yellow. And we're going to need to add some water onto the brush. Crap, I put some paint on my icon. I don't need that. I got to take that off. Don't need paint on my icons. Anyways, so just gonna kind of start down here. This is just sort of the central thing of the tree. It's gonna just come down here like that. And now we're gonna just make some brownish green color. And I think I'll just do that over here. So again, we start with some yellow, and we are already in here with that. And then this, now it's kind of a mud color. I'm going to add some blue in here. A little bit more blue. And I think I want to do a different kind of brush altogether. We'll lighten it up. Maybe add a bit more blue. And so we'll run probably like 2 different coats here. So I'm going to put that in the water to make sure that it doesn't. I'm probably going to use a brush like this. We'll add a little bit of water to the brush. Come bring it in here, and we're going to, now it's too much water. But that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on and go to a second one entirely. Do a second one, and then we'll come back to this one. And so this is kind of one of the things. Okay, I got my card blanks down here. Hello. Hello, Arnanza, hello. Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm painting Christmas cards. I need to get to some card blanks. I'll just take a pack of these out here like this. All right. Now I will start in doing a second one. We're essentially doing this assembly line. This is like an early assembly line and how assembly lines were. And so I'm going to put in where the packages are going to be some boxes like that. It's, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe like that. I need a little bit of an eraser here. Let's erase that line a bit. And maybe another package up here, not so, this one's a little bit bigger. I know it's not quite Christmas yet, but you know what? I have an order of Christmas cards to produce, and so that's what we're doing. Maybe it's going to have like a little pyramid type shape thing in here. And the flooring kind of looks like this. Kind of get a sense of, hello, let me get my magnifying glass so I can see. Even though I have glasses on, I can't see crap this close. Ozzy, or Dizzy. Dizzy Dragon, welcome, welcome. So we're just kind of doing maybe another little package here like this, kind of in here, in there like that. Just to gain a little perspective, the tree trunk will go here. And too much water on that, so I'll have the same problem again that I just had. But so starting about here, we'll just kind of put this in place. And then I'm going to make that green color. Needs to be a bit more greenish. A little bit more of this primary yellow. What I'm also demonstrating in this video is that you do not need to purchase pre-made colors in order to paint. That when you're painting with acrylics and even with oil, that you can just mix your own paints as you go along. And now I used is it this brush? Yeah. And we're gonna add in, I'm gonna lighten it up just a little bit. Use a little bit of this titanium white to cream it up. Just a little bit here like that. And we're gonna put this in here too. So I'm going to do one more layer, but now I'm going to move on and I'm going to work on the packages here, and then I will add like some stars and some other things to it. So we might actually add some really brighter colors, maybe some fluorescent red here. I think I might do that. I'm just going to lay this brush over here. Fluorescent magenta. Come in with another brush altogether. Maybe we'll just use this brush. So this package here is just going to be this color. There's some different colors. Maybe we'll mix it in with some primary magenta. Darken it up just a little bit. Hello. Welcome to Days of Our Art Painting. You know, we're just going to strengthen up those corners just a little bit. get just a little bit of definition here. Get essentially the dividing line there. And gonna blend that down. All right, let's just do I feel like I need to be a little bit more bolder, use some more bolder colors. Maybe this color. I don't know. Maybe not yet. I don't know. We'll see. We could try doing that. Use the colored pencils in here to make more prettier patterns, and then like apply water to it. And then a different color altogether. Maybe this red. All right, and then we just go back over it with a slightly wet brush. I have this watercolor brush. We can do that. Where's my other watercolor brush at? Well, this one here. We'll just add a little bit of water in here and kind of well, damn, I'm trying to get this hair off of here. Doesn't seem to be working. Maybe we'll just come in here. We got this blue over here. We'll make it real thin down blue. Kind of a lot of water and let it run like watercolor. That's really the beauty of acrylic paints is that it does work thin down like that. And I think I want a different color in here too. I want purple. So we'll run in and do a purple color. So we'll mix in, but I think I want to make that purpley color using this fluorescent magenta. We'll put that blue in here. A little bit more. Okay. All right, so we're gonna add a bunch of water to this and gain some textures to it. See how easy that is? Come in here, just bring in some of that straight fluorescent magenta in there. Makes a purpley color. What I always kind of keep in my stock of paints is I keep steadily supply of the primaries, the primary yellow, cyan, and magenta. So that's cyan, magenta. And then I have a few neon colors, and I keep neon yellow, neon red, or fluorescent red, however, whatever your perspective is on that, and neon yellow, neon red, and neon blue. And I also have a really, really bright pink as well. And so, and I do have metallic colors too. I don't use those as often. They don't mix as well. They're not great mixers, but of the metallic colors, gold and copper are your best bet. The silver, it doesn't mix quite as well. And so now I want to come in here and just kind of do the floor. I need to cover up this thing. So I think I want to do like a sort of a, come in here and we'll make a creamy, kind of a brownish, maybe like that. Of course, you never will see a floor like this in reality, but we're not in reality, we're in imagination land. And I just get some little perspective here. Maybe we'll come in with a different color altogether, like a little bit more blue. We'll just mix it in here. So it's more like a green floor. And here, just a little bit of perspective. You never know, there might be a green floor someplace. A little more water, just to blend it all in together a bit more. And we'll come back in and we're going to do this other little pyramidal shaped. One thing is one of the things I do not like about the metallic colors is they're kind of thin. They're a little bit on the thin side. And if I add just a little bit of red to it, make it darker on this side. We'll just do that. We come back in. We'll add in some more. It's just a little tiny thing. It's kind of there. It's kind of there. It's there and it's not there. And we'll come back. I'm going to work on the floor just a little bit more. And maybe a different color in there as well. You know what? What the hell? Let's just do something a little wild. We'll put some of this copper in the floor too. It's more of a pagan Christmas, huh? Okay, then let's do a star on the top. Star on the top of the tree, and I think we'll just do like a simple Star of David. Of course, now I got this all over here, but hello, if you're just joining us. 999 ASMR Tarot. Painting the afternoon away. Maybe it needs a big reddish coppery star. I'm going to do a base coat of the copper, and then we're going to add some red in there, so it's kind of like a big red star. Maybe that maybe not be what is on most people's Christmas trees, but here in Random Guy's imagination, that's what's there. So I think it feels like it needs one more layer of greenery here. And I'm going to, did I clean that off? We're going to go in, and that's too much water, just a touch there, a touch of water. We're going to come up a color, up a shade just a bit. Little bit. A little bit of this white, more of this white. And so we're just going to put this in here. Kind of like that. And I'm going to put this aside and go back to that other one. Where I had too much water in the brush and it didn't quite work out like I planned. But I'm going to go back in. We're going to work on the packages. I'm going to work on the packages. So I like this purpley color that's mixed with the fluorescent red and that primary cyan right over here. I'm going to tone it down with a little bit of white. Okay. We'll just start over here. Gain some perspective. Change the direction of the line so it feels like we get some depth in here. And then we'll kind of go back over the cornering. And I think I'll take a red colored pencil. And I'm going to put this right in here just to show some of the borders just a little bit. Over here too. There we are. Add a little bit more water. Kind of come back in here. And I'm going to add some more of this, the brighter color, just kind of put that in there. We're just going to blend it right in. Right in. Just blend it right in there. Maybe a little on the top too. And go over to this other one, big bright blue box. Of course, when I really start working on them, I need to go way faster than I'm going here. I do sell Christmas cards, and I can, if you're interested in them, I can sell you 20 cards shipped anywhere within the United States for 150 bucks. That's a pretty good deal. That's like $7.50 a piece. That includes the shipping. And go, and then we'll just do the cylinder over here. Maybe we'll just make it more creamed out, and oh, I hit the camera. Who knows what's in the cylinder? Got paint left over on the brush, and we'll just sort of add that in there. It gets in various colors. Take the blue in there and just draw that in. Just a little contrasting from the rest of the environment. And this video will make wonderful sleep aid when watched on the replay. I think I'll make the floor just straight up copper. Mixed with a tad bit of this fluorescent magenta. I'm going to put a bunch of this stuff in here. Just a little bit of a, nothing you see in nature. Nothing exciting happening here. I don't know, some variety of colors. Kind of go out of there, you know, blend it in. Yeah, maybe a little of this over here. I have seen red floors before. Let's just put a bunch of this white in here. Kind of tones down. Tone down colors. Add that in. And just different things. A purpley color floor. Tone down. I'm going to come back in and, you know, I think that I'm going to take this. I'm going to make the star out of one of these colored pencils. Maybe like this color here. Where's my pencil shaver at? Okay, we'll come up over here. Still haven't used that wash yet. And it needs another color. Maybe that's blue. Maybe we'll take this silver. We'll add that to it as well. Then we're going to come back in here and do I'm going to add some more blue to it. So it'll darken up this green. Come over here and see if we can get any of this brown we made and mix that in here. Goes in there, and so it textures it out. It almost looks like a tree in the way that we use those brush strokes in there. And so you can see that here with the brush strokes in here, it makes it kind of look tree-like. Now this up here is pretty unnatural, but like I keep on saying, this is imagination land. It's not real life. And so I'm going to set this one aside, and we're going to go on back to this other one. Is this probably dried enough that we can start putting the bulbs in place? Yeah, I think it is. So I'm going to use this colored pencil, and we're going to just draw these in kind of like this. But I'm going to go back over them. I'm going to go back over it with some red paint. You know, just a bunch of circles. We're drawing these things. And then maybe, you know, one over here. Another one over here. And so maybe one in the middle of the tree too, kind of like that. Another one here. You know, just whatever makes you happy. That's what the important thing is here. So I'm going to go back in with this red. We're going to make some toned down red with some of this titanium white. So it's just a slight bit toned down red, which I'm going to use to make the bulbs. And maybe we need some blue ones. Big blue bulb over here. You know, we can put some blue back in here and it sort of blends it in there. Blue bulb here. And then we'll go back in and get some more red. I'm going to finish it off with one of these brightly colored red ones. Maybe we need to put another brightly colored red one in over here. So there we have it. Well, hello. Let's see. I didn't see that some other people popped in. I need to be way more popular than this. Well, thank you. You know, it just might not be. Thank you for the comment there, Nix. Yeah, it just might be the wrong time of the day to go out on this live. That may be it. Anyways, it is August anyways, and August is the time when people are doing their last minute vacations before school starts. So there's not as many people watching the internet, watching YouTube in August. So I am going to do the, I need to make something else here. What color do I want that to be? Purple, I think. I'll make a lot of this purple. Over here. Take purple. I'm going to mix a bunch of this white with it, so and we're going to make some tinsel. Put some tinsel on here. This might be the wrong kind of brush to use, but we'll just kind of come over here like this and kind of back in here like this. Maybe we want to come and just to brighten it up a tad bit, we'll add this onto it. Yeah, I think that's probably what brightly colored. It's really a bright colored. Sort of a two-toned tinsel. And there we go. Maybe we'll just take a piece of this tinsel and it comes down here onto the ground. It's on the floor. And there we go. And there's one card done. And then we'll go on and work on the other one. There. There. And so we'll start on this other one. And I'm going to do... What am I going to do here? Maybe some other layer onto the floor. No, I think that... Yes. Yes, that's what you're going to do, Bill. You are going to add just a little bit more of this green here. Lighten it up with that yellow. And you're going to kind of draw it in here like this. Draw it down. Draw it down, some more texturing. This yellow kind of makes it this textures it a little bit. Shapes and textures it. Let's just go pull in a little more of this black, and we're gonna just sort of shore up the base of it just a little bit. There we go. And texturing things out. Just adding just a little bit of volume to it. By adding layers of paint, you are adding volume to your painting. Now, if you're used to painting big, it is a trick to learn how to paint small, but then when you're used to painting small, it is a trick to learn how to paint big. And it is kind of important to practice both skills. So we're just going to now draw in, I'm going to paint in the bulbs. I'm going to use, like I did before, some of these brighter colors. You know, when you freehand this stuff, it doesn't always turn out the way you want to. So you just kind of use light strokes and not a whole lot of pressure, because this here is actually a watercolor brush. It sucks in a lot of water, and this one is not exactly round, but we're gonna try to make it a little rounder here. And I'm gonna put one here, but we're gonna make this one red. And, you know, we want to make one that's blue too. And have a big blue bulb over here. And you know what? I think I want a white one too. Just a blue and white. That's fine. Kind of a festive color here. There's these little bulbs. I do know that it is the middle of summer. But I do tend to sell about 100 of these Christmas cards a year. And I just kind of wanted to share with you all my process of how I create some of these things, and just to really show you just how easy it is. Just how easy it is. And you can make your own Christmas cards too. This is a mixed media blank that contains the envelopes as well. I bought 100 blanks, or 100 blanks for $55. So and you can see just kind of how much time it takes to even paint one of these things. And so when I sell one for the price that I'm selling them for, you can see that I'm really not making very much money on that, because the time it takes to create these paintings, what the blanks themselves cost is, what are they? They're roughly they're a shade over 50 cents each, I think, right? Yeah, that's about right. So it's a shade over 50 cents each. And then over here, I'm going to say this tinsel just comes out here and flows onto the floor. It's a ribbon here, kind of there, comes over this way. And there we have for this one too. But you know, I feel like it needs to have something else in it. Something else, like some other Christmas creature. I have to think about, how did I make those creatures here? So we're going to have this sort of a creature here. And we will make it so we'll come in with the black. We'll probably put 2 of them in here. Here, like that. And come in with another brush. Not this one. I used another one of these brushes here. This one here. And Paint's really all gloopy on here. So some black creature here. Tail. Couple feathers coming out the tail. You know, I don't really know what it is, but it doesn't matter because it's coming out of my imagination. It's a little bit gloopy. It does take a little while to get your system down. I'm off camera. Big long neck. Maybe it's just like a big iron goose or something like that. Big iron goose. There we go. Two of them because they're geese. Geese are come in twos. They always are in pairs. So there we have it. Maybe it needs a little eyeball in it, which we'll put here. There we go. There's the second one done. So I got the first one over here, looking like this. Second one over here. I'm going to try one more, but we're going to do something totally different, and I'm going to utilize this this wash that we did. Wash here. And just want, oh crap. Oh well, it's fine. These are practice paintings. This one's practice, so we're doing a wash on it. And I didn't need that on there, but okay. I'm going to use this brush here. And so this is going to be a thin coat. It's very thin. Kind of mimics the sky. Fortunately, this black mark over here has just destroyed this whole card blank. But I wonder if we couldn't, maybe. Nah, you know, I don't know. I just don't feel like the energy of this thing is going in that way. I think I'm going to figure a way to salvage this. Salvage this. So it's got some coloration in here, different energy coming out. Okay. It's just sort of a little bit of a background. I must have black on my fingertips. I don't know what to do now. Especially with this black mark on here. Now, if I look at it from this point of view, Okay, we're gonna paint it not in an orientation that I was expecting to do. And I'm gonna start with a black. I'm just gonna do something fast here. A little bit of black. Maybe add some red into it. Sometimes your happy accidents do turn into things, and I come up over here like that. Maybe a bit over here. Some kind of a scene. There. There. And in the far distant background. Okay. We are working on those happy accidents. I need to get to draw this out. I'm going to add some blue to it. Well, we got this over here. More of that red. Kind of in the back. Maybe just like that. 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 This. Going over here like this. And like that. And okay. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to come back in. And we're going to make this greenish color again. And at this point in time, I'm just going to try and use up as much of my colors as I can. So using this stippling motion, we are going to make some foliage in the background. And different colors. This brush here was a fan brush that I cut down in order to make other things. And coming out over here, you can see how I'm going to go in here to this primary yellow. I'm going to go over here. And use it over here. You see how tree-like that looks? And it's just so quick and easy as well. And maybe we go back in and go back into another one. Kind of in the front here, more mid-size. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do that. But we're going to work on this over here. I'm going to lighten it up. Lighten up. We'll add a bit of this titanium white and lighten it up. And make sure that we're on on there. It's harder on the stroke on the other side. I have not yet, at this time, I've been doing these cards for years, and I have not yet got the backstroke down yet. And there that is. Now, if we look at just the energy in there, energy of the background, it's like there's some clouds, it's there, and it just has a lot of, it really adds to this, just using that wash background on there, how much it adds to what we're just creating here. This is a simple forest scene. And I feel like it needs something else, but I don't really want to make this too busy. But I do feel like it needs something right here. And I think I'm going to do that something right there. We're going to go back in, got this red. It's red here. I'm going to make it kind of like here. And then there it is over there. We have stuff in the distance, and then we got stuff that's close up. And then we will go back in. We're going to lighten it up a lot. Add some more of that titanium white. And kind of go like this. Gloopy there. And there we go. And so there, it kind of adds into it. We have the stand of trees, and then we're coming in here like this over here. Add a little bit more cyan to it. Kind of darkens things up. Maybe that's just the way the wind's blowing. It looks sort of choppy. There we go. It's not exact. We have that there. And I think this one here, I'm going to make it this stippling. Stippled. Like that. I'm going to take another brush altogether. I used this one before. I'm going to add a bit more of the titanium white. Now it's too much water in there. We're going to pull out all of that water. Otherwise we're going to ruin it. Come in here. And just going to texture it out a bit. Light stipples, light touches. A little bit more there. And so then you have a scene here. The wind is swooping on, it's coming up, and it's swirling, it's going right back up into the sky. Right back in the sky. It doesn't necessarily need any other other clouds or anything, but we could add those in here at this point in time. I'm going to use this watercolor brush here, pull the paint out of it, and just do that. We're going to use it. So, kind of just adding a bit in here. In the direction of the travel of where that energy was. Kind of want to feel, just here's that wind that's just coming in here. Adding a little bit more layers of a color on it, accenting things. There. A little bit more over here on this other side. Oh, it's got green in there. Well, this one's ruined. We got green in the sky. I ruined it already. Ah. I'm going to just put some white, heavier amount of white on there. Suspension of belief, huh? I'm just going to take this brush. Let's see if I can salvage this. Oh well. This one is not for sale. This one I'll send to a friend, write a letter in it and send it to him. That green sort of ruined everything. But you know what? We do need some birds. And I think I need to do something with the foreground as well. Here it goes. Kind of like this. Floor of the forest. You can see that. Making bushes. There's a lot of paint on this brush. Can use it up. Oh, I got that. It's fine. We'll just use this over here. Maybe a little of this copper. And there we are. It's almost done. And the last thing is, looks like the wind is blowing this way. A little bit of wind is blowing. It's blowing in all different ways. Coming up from the back here. Nice big flock of birds just flying in. Got some stragglers over there. Over there. And there we are. The scene got completed. You see that these ones can go really, really fast when you have your techniques down. And I'm going to do one more because I always want to use up the paint. And I just want to use up the paint. And so we're going to do I'm going to do something like this. I've done a few of these before, quite a few of them. And where I'm using up the paint. And I'll put something in front. Like, put something in front at a later date. But this is just to use up the paint. Because that's one of the things one of my pet peeves is just letting paint dry up on my palette. So, got a lot of the red that's left over. I got this copper. Kind of move that in here. The water. Got a lot of different colors in it. And come in, still got a whole lot of this white left over, so we're just going to add this in, and it'll just tone everything down. But it's different things. It's kind of like maybe put a little scene in front of it, or just blend this in. A little bit lighter this way. Something, something in front, maybe some flowers. Like this can be much more abstract. They're all pretty abstract, but just using up all my colors. Now I'm going to come on again tonight about 11:30 Pacific time, and where I'm going to do paper mache. Hopefully there'll be more people online, more people that want to kind of come in and join in on the chat, and we can have a good conversation, hang out, have a good fun time. Fun times with Random Guy. So, like and subscribe if you like my content. This is 999 ASMR Tarot. I have done some tarot. I did some tarot earlier this week. And I had 2 new decks came into my possession. And I did flip-throughs on them. I have a couple other tarot long play videos that I'm going to release soon as I finish editing them. And I have another tarot video that I'm going to start working on probably soon. I just need to clear some space out of clear memory out of my phone. My the Google space that I'm using. And so there we have it. Let's kind of end over here. I think I might do. I've got an ink pad here. Yeah, there it is. That ink pad's over there. It's like, where to put this at? I know, probably will tomorrow night, Saturday night around 11:30 as well. I will come on, and we're gonna be tuning up those. Hello, Jeff. How are you? Hasn't been very many people coming on. I'm got this stamp. I need to change my stamp out because I'm gonna so there's my stamp that has, but I'm gonna get rid of my website this year. I don't want to pay for web hosting fees anymore, and I haven't updated it in a long time, and so I need to do something about that. And I did another card. This one here. I'm just going to send that to a friend. If you want to send me your mailing address to my email address, I will send somebody one of these cards, like maybe if Jeff from Tarot Ask Backwards would do that, or Ramon from Moon Scarab. Be more than happy to do that. I won't send hundreds because I only have a few mistakes. And then this finishes this card right here. Oh, I forgot. I need to sign it. So Christmas cards. I'm just working on my Christmas card designs. I'm selling them 20 for $150, shipped anywhere within the United States. So that's actually a pretty good deal for a hand-painted card. 20 for $150. This is WJL 24. That's my initials. WJL 24. 2024. It's another one that was kind of blah. But, and then there's this one, which is probably nothing that's WJL 24. So there we have it. I'm going to be back on tonight. All right, thank you. So yeah, if you send me, Jeff, if you send me your mailing address to my email, I will write you a letter and I'll send this card to you. I just bought a roll of stamps, and so I'll do that and probably put it in Monday's mail or Tuesday's mail. Anyways, I'm going to call it an afternoon. I'm going to come back for paper mache at 11:30-ish Pacific time. So bye-bye. All right. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.